Today, CoinFlex looks to raise more than $40 million with a new token. Crypto.com drops Dogecoin and others from its rewards program. And can FTX buy Robinhood? We look into whether a deal between the two companies could really happen. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Tanea McKeel. Prices for digital currencies remain fairly flat today. By noon Eastern, Bitcoin was worth about $20,000, Ether was worth around $1,100, and Uniswap was up about $5. Okay, on to the top stories. First, crypto exchange CoinFlex is looking to raise more than $40 million with a new token. The company said it will issue the recovery value USD coin as a means to raise funds and restart withdrawals on the platform. The digital coin will offer 20% interest. CoinFlex halted transactions last week, citing extreme market conditions, the same reasoning Celsius gave when it halted withdrawals on its platform. Next, Crypto.com is dropping Dogecoin and other cryptocurrencies from its rewards program. In total, the exchange dropped 13 digital coins from its Earn platform, which pays customers interest on their crypto. Those coins include Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and Tezos, to name a few. The change is happening as crypto exchanges look for ways to weather the bear market. Finally, Solana already has competition in the world of crypto phones. HTC just revealed its Desire 22 Pro smartphone, which includes crypto, NFT, and metaverse features. The phone is also optimized to work with the company's VR headset. This actually isn't HTC's first crypto phone. It launched the Exodus 1 back in 2018, which included a hardware crypto wallet. HTC was once a big name in mobile phones, but has lost considerable market share in recent years. For our main story of the day, Crypto World's Kate Rooney is following reporting that FTX could be in the market to buy Robinhood. Here's why that deal could face challenges.
FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried denying reports that the company is looking to buy Robinhood. That stock up 14% yesterday. Sources I've been talking to are skeptical of an outright deal between FTX and Robinhood, but there is strategic rationale, or we could end up seeing some sort of partnership model. Another CEO in the industry telling me the cost of acquiring customers in the US has roughly tripled from around $60 back in 2020 to $250 per customer. The revenue per user, meanwhile, has roughly stayed the same. Robinhood has more than 22 million customers, so buying Robinhood might be a cheaper way for FTX to acquire those customers. Sam Bankman-Fried has been on a bit of a deal spree and is moving FTX into equities as well. The company just acquired a smaller brokerage startup. We've also reported on some of their ambitions there in the brokerage space. And then two recent big-time loans to crypto companies, BlockFi and Voyager. It comes as the price of Bitcoin has roughly fallen in half, and trading volume over Coinbase and Robinhood has fallen off sharply this year. FTX is likely seeing some of the same slowdown, and that calls into question whether FTX could afford this deal. This is a private company, but the last funding round was roughly $500 million back in January. Analysts over at JMP Securities throwing cold water on this deal as well. They say, bottom line, conversations appear to be extremely preliminary, and while they could progress, we currently view a sale as relatively low probability, and we believe a fire sale price is off the table. CEO Vlad Tenev controls the majority of the voting rights along with the co-founder Baiju Bhatt. I'm told they were not approached or given a heads up about Bankman-Fried's 7.6% stake in Robinhood. They were caught off guard, I'm told, and so any hostile takeover really is out of the question. This is something that Robinhood's founders would have to say yes to. I spoke to the head of legal at BrokerChooser about this deal and what it would mean for consumers if it did go through. So I want to talk about the FTX Robinhood deal. Any obstacles in your mind to getting this deal done? And is this a good thing for the brokerage and crypto industry?
The proposed deal is definitely fits neatly into a trend we have observed during the last couple of months, I would say half a year, that the traditional financial world and the crypto world, they are coming together more closely. And I think it is going to be definitely good for the crypto industry, just stepping into a regulated market. And in addition to that, there are lots of synergies, which is going to play out well, in our opinion. So, for example, What I would say is that Robinhood is a service provider mainly operating on the retail market, whereas FTX as a crypto exchange, its user base, they are professional traders, so it's a nice complement. In addition to that, Robinhood has a much larger customer base, about 22 million customers, whereas FTX as a crypto exchange has a user base between 1 and 2 million users. And when we shouldn't miss the point that these synergies, they are coming at a very attractive price. Looking at the share price of Robinhood at this moment, it's down approximately 75% this year. And we shouldn't miss the obvious fact that after the large and long crypto bull market, these crypto exchanges, they are in the money and they would like to, spend the dollars wisely.
So is this a customer acquisition strategy then on the FTX side? They're looking to get those 22 million customers that Robinhood has at this point?
Absolutely. As far as I can see, they are building an integrated platform, focusing on professional traders and focusing on retail traders as well. And they would like to bring these two different worlds together.
Is it clear that FTX could afford to do this deal? Crypto prices are way down. We've seen what's happened with trading volume at Coinbase and with Robinhood. I've talked to some people who have been a little bit more skeptical that FTX could finance this deal without a good amount of debt. Is that something you've thought about in terms of a potential obstacle here?
I don't think so, because when we are looking at the revenues which these crypto exchanges stacked up until this point, even despite the fact that we are experiencing a bear market in crypto right now, they are definitely in the money if we are just looking at the numbers. So my guess is that they will be able to afford a deal like this.
What about any regulatory issues? Could this be seen as anti-competitive? Could they run into any antitrust obstacles?
I don't think so, to be honest. So Robinhood, it has a large customer base as compared to FTX, but they are not an extremely dominant player on the US brokerage market at the moment. So any concerns from a competition perspective, I cannot really see any, to be completely honest with you. So the regulatory issue could come from the fact that there is an intensive regulatory scrutiny which the crypto industry is under at the moment.
Is this also a way to get certain regulatory licenses? How is FTX regulated differently than Robinhood? I know they've tried to move more into equities, but is there anything that would change from a regulatory perspective from these two companies?
Yeah, this could be another synergy on behalf of FTX to be completely honest, because FTX composed, I think, as far as I can remember, 3 different entities. So you have the main FTX, which is based on the Bahamas. You have FTX US, which is based in the United States, which is a money service business. And you have FTX US Derivatives, which is a CFTC regulated entity. So I think within the merger, the Bahama-based FTX entity will be involved, and it is much easier for them to obtain an entity which is already regulated as compared to building up a business line from the ground up and obtaining those regulatory licenses which Robinhood is already having.
Okay, before we go, Cathie Wood spoke to CNBC today about the bull case for NFTs. Take a listen.
We do believe that digital property rights, which is what NFTs represent, digital property rights are going to become incredibly important. I know, again, from my economic background, that property rights lift people and countries out of poverty. And we think that the opportunities that the digital property rights will allow creators and many others. We're going to find all kinds of utility, and we can't even think of it right now, just like we couldn't understand quite what DeFi was going to be.
Okay, that's all for today, but we'll be back again tomorrow, and we'll see you then.